afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. We are here on Columbia Street and Hamilton Avenue in Brooklyn, where behind us is a U-Haul truck stopped successfully by the NYPD, ending a violent rampage through Brooklyn that left at least 8 people injured. Those victims are now in area hospitals. Our best wishes are joined by those of the entire city for their speedy recovery. The early details are as follows. At approximately 10:50 this morning, officers responded to a single male driving a U-Haul truck in the Bay Ridge area of Brooklyn. The vehicle struck a number of people, ultimately being stopped here near the entrance to the Battery Tunnel into Manhattan by our highway patrol units. We are still constructing the events. This information is preliminary and subject to change as we continue to learn more. Right now, reportedly, we have 8 people struck. 2 are in critical condition, 2 are in serious condition, and 4 sustained minor injuries. 7 of those people are civilians. 1 of them is a police officer who is taking police action during this incident. We have 7 different locations to process, including the one behind us. At this time, we have no indication that there is any terrorism involvement in this incident. However, as always, we will continue to investigate this incident with the full resources of the NYPD and our partners. What we saw today is a clear example why every moment of every day, the NYPD must be prepared for every possibility. I want to thank our NYPD officers, our partners in law enforcement for jumping into action this morning. If anyone has any information that may aid in this investigation, we encourage you to contact us at 1-800-577-TIPS. You may do so anonymously. Again, this information is preliminary. I will take some questions.
Miles. Guys, don't call out.
Commissioner Sewell, good morning.
Good morning.
2 things. What was the cause for the initial stop? Why was the vehicle suspicious and pulled over to begin with? And what can you tell us about the suspect?
The vehicle that was stopped as a result of it hitting several people. It came to rest here behind us.
So he hit people before?
That is correct.
Okay.
We're going to go to Ayanna Harry.
Good afternoon. It appears that there are some videos that are circulating that seem to show an NYPD car on the sidewalk following behind the U-Haul. Can you talk to us about, I guess, tactically why that might be? Some people felt it seemed dangerous.
That's the subject of our investigation as well. That'll all be part of our investigation.
We're going right here to the front.
Yeah, can you tell us about some of the other locations and also what do we know about the suspect?
We know a very limited amount about the subject at this time. That's part of our investigation. There are approximately 7 scenes that we have to process at this time. They're all in Bay Ridge along the way to here.
Can you just give us a name and age?
Of the subject, we're not releasing that at this time.
Adam Harding, could you just, about the suspect, any ties to New York? He may have only been in the area, we understand, for a couple of years, and it also being the beginning of sentencing for a similar case on the west side. Is there any correlation, link there in dates? Similar type of crime scene?
As it stands, this is very early in the investigation. That will be part of what we are looking at this time. Whether this person has a nexus to New York or out of state is part of that as well.
We're going to do 1 or 2 more. We're going to do Aaron Katersky.
Hey, Commissioner.
Hello.
When you say 7 scenes, does that mean people were struck in those 7 different locations? And is there anything that indicates that it was intentional?
We don't know that at this time. There are 7 scenes, 8 people are struck, and that will be determined as we go through the scene with our crime scene unit.
All right, last question, Rocco.
Commissioner, a couple of elected officials have already tweeted out that the suspect said something to the effect that he wanted to die. Can you talk about what he may have said to police at any point?
Again, it's very early for us to be able to say that, Rocco. That'll be released when we have that information.
Was the initial call about a U-Haul truck driving recklessly or had hit pedestrians, or were all the pedestrians hit after police engaged the vehicle?
The preliminary information is that the U-Haul struck people first, and then we engaged after that.
All right. Last question, Joe Marino.
Do we know the status of the U-Haul stolen, where it was rented from?
It's part of our investigation now. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate you coming out. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have been listening to police update us on the arrest of U-Haul driver. He's accused of running over at least 8 people in Bay Ridge, 2 in critical condition right now. And at one point, driving onto the sidewalk as police chased after the suspect. Police finally arresting the driver in Red Hook. No indication at this time that this was an act of terrorism, but many questions remain. We'll continue to update you the very latest on ABC7 NY, and we'll have a full report and Eyewitness News first and 4. I'm David Navarro. Thank you for watching.